And salutations, Serjavians. It is Serjay Svek back with another stream, and it's good to have you here on this 9th episode of Early Mornings with DJ Serjay. DJ Serjay. And welcome everybody, and good to have you here, and I hope that you have had a good rest, a good sleep, and for those of you on the other side of the world, I hope that you are able to wind down and enjoy this time off and prepare for the holidays ahead, because, well, it is December 23 on my end, Friday, and we only have just one more complete day, and it's going to be Christmas. Goodness gracious. Very, very busy time. We have so much to talk about for today, but I'm glad that you're all here, and welcome to the show, and glad to have you here as well, Beardy Snorlax, and Hypnos as well. Glad to have you here. Good to see you all. so early in the morning, at least in my end of the world. I hope that you are well and glad to have you here. And hey, hello Sophia, glad to have you here as well, first time chatter. And yeah, I'm just doing a very quick intro of everything here because we are going to be doing something pretty different today. And that is, we're going to be answering some questions from my Tellonym. So just some things that have come up over like the past few hours and stuff. And all those sorts of things. And yes, as the name implies, in today's episode of DJ Serjay, we're going to be turning on the camera. So for Beardy Snorlax, definitely he already knows what I look like. But for a number of people who have been following me recently, you don't know what I look like. So here you go. Just tear off the band-aid. Hi. Hello, my name is Kevin, also known as Serjay Svek. Good to see you all. Glad to have you all here. Hope that you had a good rest from people on my side of the world. And from those who are from the other side of the world, I hope that you are going to enjoy having a good rest after a job well done. And, you know, just for the benefit of those who have not seen me up close, hey. How are you doing today? This is the reason why I don't like to stream with my webcam on, because my glasses always keep reflecting stuff. Hey there. How are you doing today? Hey there. Oh boy. Well, this is just me returning to my roots. Because before, as Beardy Snorlax knows, I actually started streaming 2 years ago when the pandemic started, but I started as a webcam streamer, and after a while I decided, you know what, let's just do VTubing. Oh, Hypnos, how you doing, cutie? Well, I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine myself. But I'm feeling a lot better now that you're here. Yeah. Ooh, boy. Nice smirk. Why, thank you, Sophia. Appreciate it very much. And yeah, the reason why I felt, well, it just feels more fun being a VTuber, I guess. You know, you don't have to worry about your surroundings being all clean. You don't have to dress up all the time. You could wear whatever you want when you're 2D, or nothing at all. But I think one of the main reasons why I really didn't want to keep using a webcam, at least pointed straight at me, is because, again, of these glasses. Because I for my job, I look at a computer for like 8 to 10 hours a day, not counting streaming. So having the webcam straight on is, you know, reflecting everything I see. You might see my passwords or whatever. It's really weird, but yeah. But it doesn't mean, just to clarify for everybody, it doesn't mean that if you see me, you don't have to worry about saying hello. And this is also one of the reasons. You know what? Let's just make it bigger because we're not going to the subject yet. Hold on. Hey Wayne, glad to have you here. Good morning to you. Hope you are doing well. Hello, hello. And yeah. So, and also the reason why I want to have this session today is because during one of my previous streams this week, we actually managed to complete our community challenge goal, which was, if you humans would contribute 10,000 Svek coins over to me, then I would do this webcam thing. So this is the first time ever since I became a VTuber that I have gone back to doing a full webcam stream with my face, at least. Because earlier this week, when I was still feeling very sick, I think you've already seen what I've looked like with my face on. because, or rather with my hands, because I was doing a hand cam stream. But the deal was that I show my face as well. So again, hi everybody, good to see you, and hope that everybody is doing well, especially on this Friday. If you're gonna be commuting tomorrow or later or whatever, I feel for you. It has been hell trying to actually commute to and from work for me, especially in the rush hours. So for those of you who really have to do commuting later, I wish you the best of luck. And yeah, just prepare. And also, another reason why is because, or rather, another reason why I made the community challenge, the ability for you to see my face, is precisely because I want Soulless Husk to know that I exist. That I am 3D, yes. Husk, this is my own flesh suit as well. Glad to have you here, buddy. Good to see you. And yeah. No, do not avert your eyes to the glory of Serjay Svek Husk. And also, going back to what I mentioned earlier, the reason why I'm also here doing a webcam stream is because next week is Cosplay Matsuri, or Cosmatsu. So, in the event, you manage to spot me wandering around in Cosmatsu, then you have my express permission. During today, Friday, December 23, 2022, you have my express permission to approach and say hi. If you want to say hi, take pictures, or if you want to, you could just do anything with me. Just don't kill me, please. I still have other goals that I need to do, okay? All right. So yeah. I don't have tickets, unfortunately, Hypnos. That's the only issue. So I'll still have to take time to line up and get tickets at the venue itself. So wish me luck. But if not, then I'm gonna be Team Labas. So I'm just gonna be sitting outside SMX, probably just watching all of you kitties just over there from Mendocoro Ramen Ba or Single Origin Cafe. And then if you feel like looking for me, if you feel like looking for me as if I'm some kind of hermit like that, just approach Mendocoro or Single Origin and shout, not shout, just say, "Is Serjay here?" And I will look up from my phone or my food, and I will be, "Aye, Serjay is here." Oh, goodness gracious. So yeah, if we see each other, do not hesitate to say hi. I would be more than happy to see you all, especially all of you in the PH VTuber community, in the flesh as well. And of course, feel free to let me know too what your boundaries are, because, well, I know some of you might not be keen on, having your pictures taken or whatever. So, just a little bit of that. But for me, do whatever you want. Just keep it say so. All right, there we go. And oh yeah, Husk, thank you for the posture check redeem. Now you can actually see me doing the posture checks. I'm not lying to you, apparently. And Hypnos is gonna say, "I will shout the moment I get in, 'Where's Serjay?' And I will be compelled to reply, 'Here.' Here I am." And just to make it easier for those of you who, because, well, I'm just me, just to make it a little easier for everybody, oh god, I can't hear anything. Oh no! I can't hear anything! But I've got the hat on. I'll be wearing the hat, so... I think... Oh god, this really was a bad idea. Having the headphones over the hat. My Ushanka. Oh my goodness gracious. So, yeah. And you know what? For those of you who are in the cosplay scene, if you don't mind, you could hit me up on the DMs, yeah. Hit me up on the DMs later and then tell me if you know someone who's very good at making like custom jackets. Because I could not find someone to make a custom jacket in time for Cosplay Matsuri. So, you know, the person you will be seeing, if ever, the person you'll be seeing in Cosplay Matsuri is Bootleg Serjay. I'll only be like wearing my red shirt and then like this hat and then these flesh colored fingerless gloves and maybe like a black jacket. So Bootleg Serjay is here. I'm sorry, okay? I tried. Wear the Polo Barong in Cosplay Matsuri, bro. Oh my goodness, you know how hot that's gonna be. Oh my goodness. I guess, you know, if you want to get Barong Serjay there, but who knows? Oh wow, goodness gracious. Husk is sounding like Christian Bale Batman with what he just said in the comments. Where is he? Where's the trigger? Where is he? I know you don't have it. You didn't give it to a regular Gotham citizen. Where? My voice. Okay, and then show me, Svek. I'm a federal agent. Okay, I'm Kiefer Sutherland. I'm Jack Bauer. And then Hypnos is gonna say, are you the color surfing VTuber I've heard about? And I'm gonna be like, maybe. Maybe I'm just one of his fans. I swear, if someone is gonna... Just let me know if the electric fan is very loud, okay? Because I put it down. This hat is very hot, okay? If I see someone in Cosplay Matsuri wearing my jacket and this hat and just pretty much looking better than me, I am going to flip. Okay? This is just like how Charlie Chaplin lost a Charlie Chaplin impersonation contest to some people. And even Robert Downey Jr., I think it was Robert Downey Jr., he lost a Tony Stark impersonation contest to some people. So maybe one of these days in a future DJ Serjay episode, you'll hear about how Serjay lost a DJ Serjay cosplay to someone else. That is gonna be a riot. Goodness gracious. Oh yes, Beardy Snorlax, don't forget the fork and the paintbrush. Yeah, that's actually... I'll just skip a bit to my art so you could see. This is from my banner, what Beardy Snorlax is referring to. There, you see that? The paintbrush and the fork. That's my original banner art. So this was way before... This is one of the earliest Serjay Svek arts that were created by my friend, Milas. And this was long before I visualized the jacket, the gloves, and the final look. So this was pretty much like what Bootleg Serjay would look like if you see me in Cosplay Matsuri. Alright, so thank you for the mention. And then, yeah. Imagine losing to a Gopple. Why is it that when I stream, my English skills just deteriorate into nothing? Okay? It's not frozen yogurt. Okay, it's frozen yogurt. And it's not doppelganger, it's goppeldanger. Good morning to you, Son Torto. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you here. And yes, you are looking in the flesh at DJ Serjay Svek. How are you doing today? Yes. So, this is the man. This is not an AI generated image. This is my flesh suit behind the man, the myth, and the legend, Serjay Svek. Here. So, how are you doing today? Yeah. I can't keep... I thought I had a good deep voice, but apparently if I keep doing the hey there, it hurts after a while. Yeah, it's my face cam today because the community has been so generous to me that we won the community challenge and we in just 2 streams, and so this is what you see, a face cam stream of me. So yeah, and of course Tonk plays, indeed it's yogurt. You know, it's the name of the hero from Attack on Titan, Eren Yogurt. Oh, you love the Hatsun Turtle? Thank you very much. You know what? Actually, when I created the character of Serjay Svek, I asked Miles, Miles, I'll just wear this funny looking hat. I'll wear the earphones and that's it. For the longest time, I wanted Miles to change the hat from this Ushanka, the Russian hat, into like a baseball cap. Because I thought, it doesn't feel good, It doesn't feel right for me. I don't wear this hat normally. But after a while, I thought, it looks good. I mean, I think it looks unique, because a lot of VTubers wear hoodies and baseball caps, or fedoras. So I think wearing the Ushanka is a bit different. It has a special touch compared to what other people might bring, So there. And good morning to you, Darth. Welcome to the show. Glad to have you here. Hope you are doing well. And also to Yuna, good morning to you as well. Welcome to... Wow, we've got a very big turnout for today. Glad to have you here. Welcome to this very special episode of DJ Serjay, my weekly talk show. For those of you who are pretty new to the show, this is Early Mornings with DJ Serjay. So this is a weekly talk show where, well, it's not really a talk show. I don't talk to people. I talk to you all about anything that interests me. So yeah, so this is not gatekeeping, okay? I saw this online. I forgot from where, but it's like, it's not gatekeeping because I'm not keeping you out of my interests. No. For the next 2 hours, you are forced to listen to my interests. You will be interested. There. So there. And Yuna says, honestly, I feel the designs really suits you well. Oh, thank you. That's great. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Because honestly, I envy a number of you VTubers out there because some of you are gods, animals, creatures, so many beautiful things, but I'm just me. Raid! And of course,
Graham_Doomsday raided my stream with 3 viewers.
And of course, Graham, thank you very much for dropping by as well. Glad to have you here as well. And of course, let's also show some love and care to Graham as well. He is a fellow streamer, very supportive, and he also does streams for charity as well. So let's go ahead and give Graham some Serjavian Nation love as well. And Midge, glad to have you here as well. Hope you are doing well today as well. We had a very, very interesting conversation earlier on the Discord server. I can finally say it on the Discord server. The Discord server is actually up and running now. So yeah, we'll get to that in a bit. And yeah, my magnificent face brought you all here. Aw, thank you very much. Just so everyone is aware, this is like the very first time since I started VTubing in September that I've gone back to using my webcam, my face cam. Words, English. Serjay, English is your first language. It's the only thing you're good at. You can't even speak a good, decent bit of Tagalog and Hiligay non, bro. Goodness gracious. But enough of that. Where are my manners? Again, welcome Raiders. Thank you, Graham, for sharing your community with me. And Also, just to recap for everybody who's new, my name is Serjay Svek. You can call me Serjay. I am a VTuber. Let me just... There you are. There is Serjay over there in the corner, right there. As you can see, that's evidence that this stream is still tagged correctly as VTuber. And if ever my model goes glitchy, there's Dakimakura Serjay, Body Pillow Serjay right there. Hashtag future merch incoming. Hehe, wink wink. Yeah, there we go. So there. And also, but for now, and normally I stream games like Splatoon. I mostly play Nintendo Switch games because that's all that my stream setup can handle. If I play anything like Valorant, my laptop will get fried. So, yeah. And aside from that, I've got English. Okay. Yeah. Also, I host this weekly talk show called Early Mornings with DJ Serjay. So this is something where I just talk about anything and you're all forced to listen. So there's that. And Rene, thank you very much for dropping by. Glad to have you here. And yes, even if you're passing by, I would like to welcome you to the show. Glad to have you here. And yeah, Valorant do be frying laptops. You know what's funny, Yuna, is that Valorant was fine for me before, but I guess it was okay before because I wasn't streaming it. If I play the game on my laptop, it's fine. But if I stream, then OBS decides to give up on me. Just like all of my teammates decide to give up on me in group projects. There we go. Going back through the comments here, chat, blink twice if you're being held hostage. No, you can't blink. Alright, I haven't given you eyes, my fellow humans. You are not allowed to blink. You're stuck here with me. But isn't that beautiful that way? Yander is Serjay. Yander is Serjay voice pack incoming. Woo! And how was your stream, by the way, Graham? I hope you're doing well. Doing some more 7 Days to Die, I see. Glad to have you here. Good to have you. And let's see. Hypnos. Ah, yes. I will definitely put in the invite to the Discord server. And also, I have made it so that in the future, you can check out the commands for chat in Twitch over here at the bottom. So you do have my exclamation point tip. So if you're feeling generous, you can, you're not required. You can choose to use my stream elements, or on the about page of my Twitch, you can use the Gcash QR code as well. So hashtag wink wink Christmas. Pamamaskop na mamaskop po. Or if you press exclamation point Discord, you will be taken to the Discord server, the Color Surfer Station, where I am currently broadcasting from. And yes, I dabbed, okay, Husk? I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to get in with the kids, alright? Even though technically I'm Tito age. I'm uncle age already for some people. Woo, nice. And Yuna's saying, yes, as a fellow Filipino, I felt that. Yeah, I'm one of those kids. One of those okay, raise your hands. Well, maybe not raise your hands, but like leave a comment in the chat. Who among you in the chat are Filipinos that grew up learning English as their first language? Be honest with me, because I was. And that screwed me up big time. When I finally entered school, trust me, it was a big problem. And we will get to that in a bit. And Yuna says, what is that word is my catchphrase now. Understandable. That happens a lot. We always seem to lose that. And when Hypnos is asking, when can you get a body pillow, Serjay? That's a good question. Maybe if there'll be sufficient fan demand. I don't know why or how, but if the humans ask for a body pillow, Serjay, I don't know. I would never have expected that to be my first merch. Actually, just to do something here. So this is, just to share, this is a custom desk mat that I had made featuring art from Milas. It's kind of hard to see, but this was just made for me, by me, for me, and I just had it printed at a local shop. And yeah, this, if ever I were to make some merch, this would probably be something I think would be more popular. Either that or a coffee mug or something. And speaking of which, I know it's not my place to mention it, so yeah. But anyway, we'll talk about merch a little later on when I think the fandom, when I think the humans have a more of a demand for it. Yeah. And since I do plan, hopefully, to go to Cosplay Matsuri, just to set your expectations, I won't be bringing anything with me, like stickers or anything like that. I don't know. It's just because I'm still pretty new to the scene, so it's kind of ambitious for me to like walk around and hand people like Serjay stickers out of the blue, you know, when I'm still, you know, not that big.
It's a raid!
Or maybe I'm just not that brave.
Necromancer raided my stream with 7 viewers.
Pretty brave to say hello to Necri. Thank you very much for bringing your community over here, Necri. Glad to have you here. Go ahead and kick up your chair, grab some snacks, and hope you enjoy the show. And to Necri's community, my name is Serjay Svek. I am the Color Surfer VTuber, and normally I play games like Splatoon and Nintendo Switch games on stream, but also I host the weekly DJ Serjay talk show where I force people to listen to what I like for a couple of hours. And because of a recent community challenge that we have communicated, we have finished together, we have, for this time, maybe for this time, a webcam stream. So this is the reward. You get to see my lovely face. I'm doing fine, Necri. I'm feeling a lot better now compared to earlier this week when I was sick, and now I can talk. Thank goodness. I found that I cannot handle not talking during stream. Typing is such a pain. How are you though, Necri? I see you played Hades. I really should go get to play that game. Finish playing that game, because I played it for a tiny bit, and I know that it's going to be featured in the next... There's going to be a sequel soon, so I better get to it then. Okay, so... And thank you again, once again, for sharing your community with me. Appreciate it very much. And... Yes. Okay, Rene, once again, good morning to you. Glad to have you drop by. And Yuna says, Valorant does deep fry laptops and PCs. No way. Even for high-end PCs? Goodness gracious. I could probably play a... You know what? You know what's funny? In the Nintendo Switch, Overwatch 2 and Apex are actually available. So maybe if I can make that work, maybe I can make that work. But if I'm gonna collab with you all, you'll have to bear with me because I'm using controller. If they have gyro control, like motion control, like in Splatoon, then probably I'll be able to cope. But if I have to use like the right stick to control my camera, well, I would just like to say I'm sorry in advance. Okay, so there. Oh, Rene was playing Toho, Fading Illusion. Very nice. And Beardy Snorlax says, have you checked out the Vampire Survivors game? Not Vampire Survivors itself. I've only played Holocure, which is Vampire Survivors, but Hololive. So I guess it's close enough to the same thing. But yeah, Vampire Survivors is just like, it's just like Castlevania version of it's just like Castlevania, but in that same genre. So maybe in the future I'll try it, but even when playing Holocure the last few times, it slowed down my PCs, my laptop so much. This quote-unquote gamer laptop. this is ROG, actually, Republic of Gamers, and holy cow, it slows down so much. I'm just going through the rest of the chat here. Husk says, yes, did it just dab? Yes, because I want to do it for the kitties. Yuna says, Serjay, you have the radio podcast voice. It's amazing. Thank you very much for that. Yes, I'm trying to be hip, okay? Even though I'm quote unquote Tito age, apparently I'm now part of the Tito or uncle group of VTubers, as evidenced by that post that I made on Twitter, where I was like gathering all of the Tito and Tita VTubers like it was Thanos with Infinity Stones. And then Yuna says, we started with a mix of English and Tagalog, but then I got confused in elementary school, so we stopped. Yeah, I understand. And Beardy Snorlax says, need this. I think you're talking about the desk mat. So, I don't know. I don't know how to go about with merchandise, actually. Like, how I get about to, like, talking to sellers or, anything really, because this is all new to me, you know. I never thought that when I started this streaming career, quote unquote, 2 years ago during the pandemic, that I would actually gain an audience, a pretty wide audience, especially as a VTuber. And the funny story is that when I started streaming as a VTuber, when I first started watching Hololive and Nijisanji 2 years ago, I said to myself that I never wanted to become a VTuber, simply for the matter that I'm pretty narcissistic. Like, sure, I'm not using my real name when I stream, but I want them to know this face. I want them to know that I'm not. At the time, I thought it was hiding behind a character. But eventually I got more comfortable with the idea of VTubing, that this is me, you know, just 2D. And it took a while for me, like a lot of things in my life, it takes a while for me to, you know, get used to the idea and get realize that, nah, it's not such a bad thing after all. You know, I guess that's a sort of flaw with me, that sometimes it just takes time for me to get in with the flow, you know, because I still think this is good, and then after a while, only after a long while will I say, okay, now it's time to try this. And in hindsight, I'm a lot more proud that I tried this VTubing now compared to when I was like maybe 1 or 2 years ago, because I was super inconsistent in the past couple of years. I only streamed when I wanted to. I never had like a very consistent schedule. It was only when I started streaming again in September when I decided, you know what, let's just try streaming one more time. And if I don't feel good about it anymore, I will stop it completely. But then when I started VTubing, I saw that a lot more people came by and, you know, they interacted with me, and I liked that. And it was more fun. So, and I don't know, maybe they just wanted to see me more, not necessarily my character, and whatever. And who knows? All I'm saying is that I'm just glad that I made the leap of faith, and here we are now. And people are also curious at the idea of what I look like behind the mask. But yeah, thank you, in short. I know I say this a lot in my streams, but yeah, thanks, everybody. I don't think I'll ever stop saying thank you to the people who have been very, very supportive of me over these past couple of months, because, well, you deserve it, really, you know, for keeping me going down this path as well. So pat yourselves on the back. You have made Serjay, Svek, and the humans as much as I have tried to continue doing this as well. Okay, so let's move on to the comments as well. Hypno says, being in a public school all my elementary and high school life, it was difficult to balance between speaking English and Filipino at the same time. Yes, because for the non-Filipino viewers out there, there are 100 different languages in the Philippines. And especially if you're not from places like Metro Manila, where you don't speak Tagalog natively, you have to contend with your place's native language, and then you have to speak English, learn English rather, in school, and then you also have to learn how to speak Tagalog in your Filipino classes. So for me, who is not from Metro Manila, from a non-Tagalog speaking region, I had to basically grow up trilingual. And it's called trilingual because you try hard and you fail at the lingual. Goodness. The only thing that I'm confident with is my English. Oh, goodness gracious. So, yeah, it's all about a matter of trying to get good, but, you know, I'll just write on my English. My English is better. Put it in the people in the chat, the Filipino mutuals in the chat. Please kindly put your native language. If your Tagalog is not your first language or your native language, what is your native language? I'll start. So mine is Hiligaynon. So from the Visayas. So definitely one thing. It's definitely not Tagalog. So there's that. Let's go through the chat while we're having more people answer. Let's see. Again, Nekri, thank you for the raid from the raid straight from the graveyard. There we go. Yuna says, it's rough because I do feel bad that I can't speak and hardly understand Tagalog, but it is what it is. You know what I say to that, Yuna? Whenever I commentate, it do be like that sometimes. And that's all that we could really do, actually. But we'll try. We always try. That's all that we could do, really. And yep. Ooh, yes. Thank you for shouting out Nekri, by the way, Husk. Appreciate it very much. And again, Nekri, I'm doing okay. Glad to have you here as well. And Nekri says Hades is super fun, but Yuna says, I flinched at the mention of Hades. I'm suffering. Oh. Nekri says, oh, super tired. Only had 1 hour sleep today. Oh, yeah, Nekri, you go ahead and get some rest as well. Hope you'll be able to, get a good rest, because 1 hour, I have had my share of 1 hour sleeps lately. It's horrible. So hopefully you'll be able to get all the rest that you need, and you'll feel refreshed later on in the day. And, Pizza, thank you for dropping by. Pizza soda combo. Don't they have Brawlhalla in the Switch? I think they do. I just never checked it out. But I think Rivals of Ether and Brawlhalla are there too. So I'll just have to expand my library. But one thing that I really wanted to get on Switch is Payday 2. Because, I watch too many Russian Badger videos, and it's kind of fun to see, how chaotic Payday 2 is when you try to rob a bank stealthily. Because for me, knowing my experience with Metal Gear Solid and Assassin's Creed, I'm like, we're gonna be stealthy. And then 5 seconds later, I get spotted, and it's like, welp, time to make it stealthy. And then the reason why it's called stealthy is because you don't have to worry about witnesses if there are no witnesses. Okay, for the sake of legality, that was a joke. Okay, let's just be clear. Don't get it twisted. All right? There. Oh, thank goodness. I just had to check my microphone. I had to make absolutely sure that it was my microphone that was capturing my voice and not the webcam, because that has happened before. Goodness gracious. Let's see. Hypno says, well, I play Overwatch 2 on the PS4 as well, so I feel you. And then Yuna says, Valve specs are really heavy on PCs, but add OBS to the mix and it's tough on comps. I'm sure more higher-end PCs can handle it, but that's not my PC. Oh wow, I feel your pain there. Yuna says, I honestly tried FPS with controller and can't do it anymore. You know, I did try Call of Duty once on the PlayStation 3 a long time ago. It ain't fun. But I also tried Paladins on the Switch, which is also available for free. It's okay, but I heard they also have gyro controls now, so all you gotta do is just move your Pro Controller up and down to simulate like looking up and down with your camera. So that's how we primarily control things in Splatoon. It's a lot easier that way. So maybe one of these days I'll try Paladins and we'll see how it works. Yeah. And then, yeah, yes, Snorlax, go ahead and check out Holocure. It's free. You can download it on itch.io. And yeah, it's really good. Really good. Don't forget to hydrate, everybody. This is a message brought to you by Serjay. Hydration is the best prevention of something. Pinky out because we fancy like that, even though we ain't rich. Woo! Okay, let's just go through the chat. Yeah, commercial muna. Don't forget to hydrate. It's a commercial. Anyway, Yuna says, do you use Streamlabs or regular OBS? I use regular OBS Studio. I tried Streamlabs OBS, but I don't know. I just like the creativity that comes with OBS Studio, actually. So it's kind of like the difference between an iPhone and an Android. Streamlabs OBS is kind of like an iPhone because it does have a lot of functionality inside it already, so you don't have to worry about, you know, messing around with things. But OBS Studio is kind of like it's kind of like OBS Studio is like Android. There's still some functionality, but there's so much more that you can unlock. You just have to figure it out on your own. So good luck with that. But yeah, I don't regret OBS Studio. It's fun. I enjoy it. And yeah, I hope that maybe for those of you who are curious, you go ahead and give it a try. And Milsology, thank you very much for dropping by. Glad to have you here. Good to see you. And that was a good rhyme. Why, thank you very much. And Myon, good morning to you. Or let me just do it in the style of a radio show host. Good morning. Good morning. This is DJ Serjay. DJ Serjay. Yeah, I don't have a stream deck. This is just me. So every time I feel like doing that, I have to do my voice. Oh gosh, and people wonder why. I usually have cough and stuff. It's because I go really hard on the voice. Trust me. It's already hard enough when I have sleep apnea and I have asthma. Like, why was I nerfed? Why are my lungs nerfed? And my big hobby is streaming and talking. Ooh, boy. Yeah, laptops, Snorlax says, aren't the greatest. Either you get quiet, cool and quiet, or hot and loud. Very fair. Especially when you're playing games and streaming at the same time. I really hope to get a desktop with a tower one of these days, so that I can finally actually, you know, play better games and maybe use VTube Studio. Because one of my goals for 2023 is to actually get a live 2D model. But I know, for those of you who use live 2D models, do they slow down your PC even more? Because you already have the game, which is already demanding. You have OBS or Streamlabs, which is also demanding. And then you have VTube Studio or whatever software you got. I think it just spells overheating in a nutshell. There we go. But wait, what happened? but in the meantime, I'm very happy with my VTuber model that you see here. That you see here on the lower left screen. There's little Serjay over there. You know, trying to do his talking and talking right there. You know, this is me. Ain't that right, Serjay? Aren't you happy being a VTuber model?
Yes, Serjay. I'm very happy right there too. This is what makes me unique from all the other VTubers.
Hairball. Okay, so there. Yeah, let's not forget body pillow Serjay in the background as well. Don't you feel fine, Serjay, over there, just sitting over in the corner? He's shy. He's shy. Okay, just let him. Just give him some space. Okay. All right. So there we go. That's the quirky Serjay family that we have over there, apparently. And let's see what else. You know, I think you can tell how much fun I'm having when I haven't even gotten to the main goal, which is to read the Tellonym questions. I'm just babbling on and on about stuff, but I guess that just means that we're having a lot of fun today. We're having a lot of fun. So I am not complaining. One of the good things that I've discovered about doing just chatting streams is when sometimes, especially for someone like me, Midge can probably attest to this very well, that I love being organized. I love having a plan. And I don't like it when my plans get derailed, usually. So being open to change like this is a big part of what made things different for me when I did the DJ Serjay streams. But I welcome it because I realize that even if I have all of my topics well planned out, sometimes I finish them way too fast. So it's, you know, welcome. As I say, embrace the scuff. And I also like to say, embrace the derailing. There we go. Audio check. I put the electric fan down because it's getting really hot with the hat on. Let me just take the hat off, please. It's really hot. Oh god, I have hat hair. Goodness gracious. I think you already know what I look like, so that if and when you see me in Cosplay Matsuri next week, you can go ahead and say hello. You have my permission to say hello, approach me, say hi, take pictures, and do whatever you want, but keep it say-so, please. At least in public. Anyway, you didn't hear that last part. Anyway, so let's continue from where we have here in the chat. Yuna says, I did stream faceless before, so I felt like putting a face would make it easier for people to relate to, which is true. You know, there were times when I went through Reddit and people were saying, you know, if you don't have a face cam on and it's just the game, it's a lot more difficult for people to relate to you because they can't see your expressions and stuff like that. And also, one of the main reasons why I stopped streaming with my webcam on, aside from how my glasses kept reflecting every single thing from a monitor, is that I am not a naturally expressive person. If I was left to my own devices, I would just be very bland looking. My face would always be resting bitch face. When we used to have like theater class, the teachers would always tell me, you know, Serjay, you gotta emote more. Your face looks very flat. Your voice sounds very flat. And I can't help it. That's just how I am. You know, especially if I meet new people. You will have to understand that when I meet new people, my switch is always set to serious and formal. And Midge, who's been hanging out with me for quite a while now, knows that my first impression is always serious and formal, especially in the workplace. I try not to be too buddy-buddy with people when I first meet them, because I can never tell if they're gonna be turned off by, you know, someone that's going, "Hey, how are you?" like that. So my safest bet is always to be like business-like, transactional, formal. And if I talk to you in a way that's more laid back, more, you know, open, then congratulations. I like you. You're worth talking to. Yeah. So, you know, if I start joking, that's a sign that yes, you're worth talking to. Oh goodness gracious. But yeah. Okay, so there. Let's see. There's an ad coming up soon, but yeah, hopefully it won't be too disruptive. It's just gonna be 1 minute and 30 seconds. So just use this time to like take a drink. I'm gonna go through the chat because we're gonna be here for a while. Don't forget to drink, everybody. Water, juice, coffee, whatever you got. I don't judge. Hydrate. Hey yo, Serjay ASMR. Oh, that's so hard. That's so difficult to do. Oh gosh. Woo! I don't know how they're able to do it. I've tried, okay, doing ASMR voice the other time. How they're able to maintain that super calm voice and then like, yeah, that's right. You've been a very good boy. You like it when I call you a good girl, don't you? You like it when I call you a good boy. So weird. How are people able to do that? So I will go on mute for just a sec. Very fast. Hold on. See? Told you it was just a second. Yeah, I'm just gonna go through my comments here and checking where we are because we've got a lot. We've got a lot to miss. So let's see. Let's see. There we go. Okay, is the commercial done? All right, there we go. Hello, and everybody, and welcome back from the ad. Hope that you got your snacks, you got your stretchies, you got your drinks ready, and welcome back to the DJ Serjay show, where today we're trying to get through the chat. And I'm very thankful for all of that. Nothing makes me happier than a very active chat, especially on a just chatting stream. Trust me. And so, yeah, we went back to Yuna's comment, which is, it was hard to like have to go faceless. So sometimes it's easier to have a webcam so at least people can relate to how you react. And you know, putting yourself out there, as Beardy Snorlax says, it can be very scary, especially if you have concerns about your appearance, which is very understandable. Very, very it can be very difficult to manage, especially with expectations of what you look like. But I know that everybody out there, that all of you are beautiful in your own way. So be proud of that. Embrace that as well. Yeah. Just do a little bit of the signature Serjay smirk. Yeah. That's if you want to know something, one of the things that I am that I love to do is that I love to pose. And just as a tangent, you know, I think some of you might be aware, might or might not be aware that I actually am that I have some new emotes coming. So before I actually plan to do a debut meaning, well, I don't have a new model incoming. I just want to like get a channel trailer done and then just like say, announce it to the world that, hey, this Serjay exists. You know, hello, blah, blah, blah. This is me. This is real. This is me. Just like that. I just want to let people know that, yeah, we have new emotes coming, more expressive emotes. So if any of the subscribers in the chat, can you kindly use them for me just to demonstrate for everybody? We're gonna get even more expressive ones, and all of them are done by me. In at least the posing is, because if there's one thing that I believe in is that if you want to make your life easier for your artists, you are your own best reference. So this smirk that you see that I like to do, that's actually the inspiration behind my logo, my Twitter logo, and all of my other logos, my Twitch logo, everything. I like to smirk, so that was the basis of this. And if you see my emotes, all of those emotes that you see, thank you, Midge, that are done there, I did all of the expressions on those. So if you want to make your life easier for your artists, you are your own best reference. That's what I believe. So yeah, I did the cringe face, which was like this. And then I did the hearts face, which was like this. And then the crying face. And then the angry face. But it's gonna be way more way more expressive this time. Trust me. So, because I recognize the problem of this is that they're in their very small size. It can be a bit confusing to tell them apart. So I had like more dynamic poses ready for them. So you'll see them in due time in January. So there's that. Oh goodness, why is it so hot now? It's only 8 a.m. It's supposed to be cold. Why, Philippine weather? Why? Okay, so let's go back to the chat. Let's see. Super proud moment. Yes, thank you for that, Beardy Snorlax. Eunice says, I hope no matter what you do, enjoy the streaming. I do. That's why I just love... That's why I want to keep going back to it, because it's really fun, you know? This is my new love. And nothing makes me happier more than being able to go when I need to go home to plan the next stream and just have fun with everybody. So, yeah, that's all that I just want to do. And will it be a future career for me? Who knows? But hopefully you will be there as part of the journey with me. And this is the part where I'm supposed to say, if you enjoy my content and if you like this and maybe you want to see more of me talking and playing, why don't you go ahead and give me a follow as well. I have another stream planned for tomorrow morning in Philippine time, so that's plus 8 GMT. I don't know if if it's gonna be another DJ Serjay stream, I don't know really what's gonna plan for tomorrow. But if you're curious to see what's up in store for me, go ahead and maybe give me a follow and click on the. Is there a bell icon? There's a bell icon on Twitch, so you get notified as well. And of course, join the Discord server. I'm so excited to say that now. Join the Discord server and transform from a human to a human. And then, yeah, it's still a bit quiet right now, but like with all ventures, it's a bit quiet and small. But hopefully, we'll be able to grow it together with all of you as well. Oh gosh, I still call this the Serjavian Nation Discord. It's the Color Surfer Station now. So, you know, embrace the scuff. Be reminded of your roots as well. Oh, so we've got a variety of languages here. We've got Hiligaynon for myself. Hypnos speaks Bisaya. You know, Hypnos, I always used to get confused with Bisaya because for the non-Filipino viewers out there, in the center of the Philippines is the Visayas region. And in general, the languages that are spoken there are called Bisaya. So, languages of the Visayas. And there are a bunch of languages there like Cebuano, Karaya, Hiligaynon, Waray, and a bunch of others. But usually, they will just be called Bisaya. So me, as a kid, growing up, whenever I would encounter my friends and they would say, Hey Kevin, Hey Kevin, hey Serjay. Yeah, I just said my name, okay? But it's okay. Hey Serjay, if you grow up, can you speak Bisaya? And I reply, sure. I speak to them in Hiligaynon. But then, they speak to me in Karaya. They speak to me in Cebuano. And I'm like, oh gosh, I got bamboozled. So, yeah, I digress. But you can see that with the variety of languages that you have here in the Philippines, why for a number of us, it's a lot easier just to talk in English. Because it's such a pain to have to learn Tagalog and then your native language. Just talk in English. So, yeah. Long story short, sorry if we only got to that point now. Woo. Oh, Yuna speaks Chavacano. Very interesting. All right. Chavacano is one of the Philippine languages, but it also is like derived from Spanish. So there's a bit of a Spanish lean to it as well. So, interesting bit of trivia from the country. And Nekri says, yeah, I'll be sure to rest soon. I'm just unwinding right now. Understand. If you're still here, Nekri, go ahead and thank you again for sharing your community. And yeah, Payday 2 is available on the Nintendo Switch. So you can definitely go ahead and give it a try. I love the music in Payday 2. That's the reason why I actually bought Civilization 6 for the Nintendo Switch, but I realized I don't like Civilization 6. The only reason why I like it is because of the music. Which is kind of like a silly reason to buy a video game sometimes, if you could just buy the soundtrack. But it's like, you know, I want to hear it while playing the game. But yeah, it's Payday is fun. And from what I've seen, how fun it is when I actually play, I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, I would just like to say thank you very much for your time, Mitch. And sorry, hold on. Mitch, thank you very much for dropping by, and glad to have you here. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Take care. All right, so let's go. If I don't get to your comments immediately, it's because I'm going through the back. So we'll get to yours eventually. So there. Let's see. Yep, Payday 2. Mill says, good morning, glad I can drop by on my way home. Glad to have you here too, Mill. And good to see you as well. And Commercial, that was a good rhyme. And Myon, thank you once again for dropping by as well. And Love your DJ Serjay spiel. Thanks from Mion. Thank you very much, Mion. You know, and Mill, thank you for the face. The face. And then the Craigasm, that's the name. And then Hypno says, is this Twitch or a radio station? Actually, that's a funny story because a number of times when I used to host events or commentate, people used to say that I should, you know, become a radio DJ. I have the voice for it, apparently. I'm happy to hear that. It's just the only reason why I never did that before is because I don't know anything about the current popular music. So I don't know. I could probably be someone like Mo Twister who just does like chatting for like that, but it's kind of difficult if I have to do that every day. I have to be updated with the news, with current events all the time. I can't just talk about what I like. And there's no quote-unquote chat to bounce your ideas off of. It's just you and yourself, or you and your co-radio host. So I think I enjoy this more as a stream, because you might think it's very solitary, but so long as I have a chat to bounce off of, we have a lot more interaction available for all of us here. Okay, so there, and let's move on to the next batch of comments. Hey, yeah, L2D. I almost read that, Mill, as Left 4 Dead, L4D. Yeah, maybe in the future I will do live 2D eventually. I don't know how my laptop will survive that, but in a way, hopefully I will. But for now, GIF is the way to go. And yes, I pronounce it GIF, not GIF, like the peanut butter. Okay, but I know the owner said GIF, but I'm allowed to be different. Okay, so anyway, let's continue. I heard that Midge says, I heard that Live 2D uses a lot of resources. Depending on what else you plan on running, it could possibly chug a PC. Okay, well, GIF it is then. Hypno says, that's why I'm still a PNG tuber, because I didn't think my old PC could handle it. Very fair. You know, I realized that a number of Filipino VTubers actually still use PNGs a lot, and actually that makes me very happy, because I used to think, you know, that being a PNG kind of is a bit weird because like everybody else is using Live 2D, but then I have to remember that not everybody is big up there yet. So Live 2D and GIF and PNG and 3D, what have you, they're all valid methods to VTube. So yeah, if you're still a PNG tuber or whatever, take it from little Serjay over there. It's still valid. No. Husk told me this during one of my streams, because I was saying that, you know, I feel hesitant to call myself a VTuber because I'm still not a live 2D model like Husk was. But then Husk just said, okay, stop it right there, Serjay. You know, you're using a virtual avatar like this already, so you're a VTuber. Period. Full stop. Nothing else. So yeah, I think I've come to embrace being called a VTuber as well. So you're all you're all VTubers to me. I'm sorry if I'm laughing like that. It just sounds like a funny sentence to say, because it makes it sound like you're all my children. But I'm just your tito. I'm just your uncle, apparently. So let's see what else we got in the comments here. Let's see. Yeah, resting bitch face gang, let's go. Mill says, I've had my face cam on when I used to stream on Facebook, and it's very visible in my face that my chat was quiet. Yeah. Facebook streaming is something. It's something, and I don't think I want to go back. My path of streaming, I don't know what yours was, but mine was, in the beginning of the pandemic, it was Facebook, then in 2020, and then YouTube mostly. Actually, no. Facebook, and then when I realized that my cell phone, because what I did is I just took a video with my, I think it's a lot easier if I just demonstrate by doing a little bit of a film showing. This is what we were supposed to do in the first place, so let's see. So you're gonna get to see some of my old YouTube videos. Snorlax, thank you very much for dropping by, and before you go, I just want to answer your question. Apologies for taking too long, but I'll just answer your question real quick. Has there been awkward moments where you happen to say something that's interpreted offensive in the other dialect, or is it a thing that is realized due to the thousands of dialects? No. Thankfully, I don't think I ever said anything super offensive, because, there's just 100 languages, thousands of dialects, so, it's understandable that some confusion will occur down the line. And I hope that answers your question, and you'll be able to, and you go ahead and take care if you need to go. So thank you again for stopping by. Appreciate it very much. Okay, so this is my YouTube channel, and I just want to say that for a majority of my old YouTube content, when I used to, this is mostly made in 2020, Husk can attest that I had no direction in my content. If I wanted to make tutorial videos or reviews or skits or whatever, I did that, all of that, but my channel didn't grow as a streamer. So if you want to see all of this stuff, you can. It's just only available in the playlists now, because I'm trying to focus on my VODs and my highlight videos. But I want you to take a look at one of my old videos, because this is exactly how I started with Facebook Live a couple of years ago. Let me turn off Spotify so you could listen. Let's see if you can hear this. Did you hear that? Okay, no, I think you didn't hear that. Sorry. Let me fix that for you. Hey, no, don't go to that one. I hate this video. Okay, go back. Ugh, ugly quality. Let me. There we go. Okay, this is what it looked like. This is how I recorded my Switch gameplay back then, because in Facebook Live back in the day, they did not allow for landscape, horizontal. So I had to do it portrait, and my Switch capture feed was like this, horizontal. So when it went to YouTube, it looks like this weird, ugly TikTok thing, but it wasn't only like 11 seconds. It was like 2 hours worth of footage of vertical, and I am so embarrassed about it. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at this one more time, and you can listen to my corny Tito jokes back in the day.
One can lang. Two na. Ding!
Hilarious. That was the kind of content I made back in the day. And, I know that we were focusing a lot on the languages of the Philippines in the beginning part of the stream, and I want to highlight this because I know one of the questions in Tellonym that was given to me was, how do you get people to love you? right? How do you get people to love you? So one thing I think would be a good way for people to love you is to follow what I say in this video. So let's go play this video and you will see the secret behind it. Hey there, how are you doing? You know, a number of people these days, they like to rely on things like chocolate, flowers, cheesy pickup lines to charm the people that they like. For me, nothing is more charming or more impressive, showing a bit of national pride. You know how I like to do that? That's right. I'm going to say the names of all the provinces of the Philippines in alphabetical order. Just like this. Abra. Agusan del Norte. Agusan del Sur. Aklan. Albay. Antique. Apayao. Aurora. Basilan. Bataan. Batanes. So I don't really feel like finishing this entire video, but the point is, if you want to go ahead and show someone that you're really, to charm them, go ahead and show your patriotic side. Grab the Wikipedia list of the provinces of the Philippines and then put it in alphabetical order. Play some calm and sensual music, and go ahead and show them your patriotism. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh boy. This is the kind of content back in the day that made me think, oh, I'm cut out for ASMR. I can do ASMR. I just gotta do this. Apparently I'm not. But yeah, this is just some samples of the weird content that I made back in 2020 when my channel didn't really have much of a direction, my YouTube at least, because most of my YouTube days were just spent uploading videos of whatever I felt like doing, which is fine, but it's not really going to help you grow in the ways that you want. Kind of like how in Facebook, sorry if I keep bashing Facebook, it's just, I didn't have a very good experience with it, and I still don't. Only because it's always, Lods, pa-shout out naman, diba? Like, hey, streamer, give me a shout out, right? That. So, at least in Twitch, I've never experienced, someone asking for me to shout me out, because if I'd heard that, I would ban them. The culture is way too different here in Twitch, and I'm glad that I made the switch to Twitch. There we go. But, all of my experiences have taught me a lot over the years. So I'm really grateful that, we were able to get to this part with what I have learned. I think we're almost there towards the current parts. And okay, we got to the ad done. Okay, and oh, all right, we're good. Okay, so yeah, we're pretty much current now. So we could just put Serjay, the webcam, right over here in the corner. Oh wow, we actually spent an hour and 30 minutes. We actually spent an hour and 30 minutes just going through the chat. Goodness gracious, that was a fun time. I don't know about you, but I had a blast, going through everybody, trying to talk about all of these things. You have no idea how much fun it is to be able to reach all of you and then listen to everything that you gotta say. So, thank you again. Always. Always and forever. Okay. And let's see. Okay, so one thing, what we were planning to do today is that we are going to talk about some questions from Tellonym. So for those of you who don't know, Tellonym is kind of like Marshmallow for Japanese VTubers, and what's this? Also, Curious Cat as well. So it's basically a place where you can go ahead and ask questions anonymously or leave behind messages. And that's pretty much where we are right now. And I'm just going to go ahead and read a few of them, answer questions, and hopefully I'll be able to actually write down the answers later on. You know what? Let me put this here. When I'm gonna answer this question here, I'm just gonna redirect them to the to the video, so they'll be able to understand what I'm talking about. But yeah, if ever you felt like asking me a question or giving me leaving behind like a love confession, a message, feedback, whatever. If you want to do it under the cover of privacy, you can go ahead and send it over to me here in Tellonym as well. I welcome all feedback. I may not necessarily answer all of your questions because, of course, I have limits, especially if it starts to get too personal or too dark. But you're all welcome to ask. You're all welcome to share your messages. But of course, we have an ad coming up, and we'll just allow this 90 seconds to pass. And once we're done with that, we'll go and try to breeze through all of this before we end the stream. So if you want to go ahead and get some snacks, relax, feel free to go ahead and do so, and we'll be able to continue from where we left off. Ad, please. Start. Goodness gracious. Ad. Why are you... I hate it when Twitch does that. It's like, ad, starting soon. Goodness. Twitch. Okay, Twitch is not cooperating with me. But yeah, go ahead and grab some snacks and everything, and we'll go at... I won't be going anywhere. DJ Serjay is going to continue the show, and hopefully I'll be waiting for... You'll be here waiting for me back here. So, thank you again for your time. In the meantime, I would just like to plug my Discord again as well. So if you are interested in hanging out in the Color Surfer Station Discord after the show is done, feel free to do so. So again, you've got a lot of time. We've got more than enough time to try to grow this community, and hopefully I'll be able to see more of you as there as well. So glad to have you here, everybody who has joined, and maybe I'll be seeing you as well there too. Let's see. Okay, and yeah, for those of you who are actually part of the server, just a reminder that we do have the roles section section as well. So if you are a streamer, don't forget to click on the streamer role so that I'll be able to have you added, so that when you go live in the server, at least everybody else will know that you're live. But I think what I might do moving forward is that if I know that you're a streamer, then I'll probably give you like the streamer role automatically, so that you don't have to go through the hassle of having to select or not. Because I think that's a little better, one less worry for you that you'll have to do that. So there. Yeah, this server is still a work in progress, because for most of the 2 years the server has been active, it's been pretty quiet. I didn't really know to do much about it because, again, no direction in the YouTube career and the streamer career. But now I think we have a better idea of what to do, and hopefully we'll be able to improve it together. I'm very open to feedback, and you can go ahead and leave the feedback in the suggestions page of the server as well. So feel free to go ahead and do so. Discord, please. There we go. If you have any advice, feel free to go ahead and leave it in the Discord suggestions as well. I don't know if you can see it, but you could probably see this luncheon meat that I had from Lawson's earlier for breakfast. So I had it for breakfast, so it's probably not called luncheon meat anymore. It's called breakfast-chun meat. Hey! I am so sorry. I do not regret my dad jokes. But yeah, this is pretty much what you can expect here in the server. But now we'll go ahead and get back to the goal of this stream, which was to answer some Tellonym questions. And let's see, what have we got here? Sorry, just had to go through stuff. Let's see. Okay, so the first question that we've got here is, are you a daydreamer? Well, for me, not as much as I used to, but I definitely was back in the day. I definitely was a daydreamer back in the day. I don't know about you, but I was the type of kid that ended up always like looking off into the distance. So if we zoom in on my face real quick, most of the time, especially in elementary school, I was the kid that usually did this. Just like look off into the distance, not my eyes not focused on anything, because I had a whole bunch of ideas and stuff in my head that I wanted to get out. But in time, and with a lot of scolding from my family and my teachers, they kept saying, "Serjay, please stop doing that. That looks weird." So I said, okay, let's not daydream anymore because I understand it looks weird. So we'll not do that. So yes, but not as much as when I was a kid. Yeah. All right, we got one question down. Yeah, one question. Okay. So the next question we've got here is, how does one know if someone wants to turn something casual into something serious? I have no idea. Here's the thing, everybody. I am possibly like the worst person to ask when it comes to relationship advice. I'm terrible at relationship advice. Okay? They say that people who are single give the best relationship advice. I'm single, but I don't think my advice really works. If you want advice about like how to conduct yourself, how to live your life, I guess maybe I could still help you with that. Or maybe how to act during an interview, for example, I could still help you with that. But if it's about relationships, DJ Serjay is gonna pass you off to someone else more qualified. One thing about being an adult is understanding your own limitations. So there's that. So pass. Why does my voice sound like why does my voice sound like this? Hydrate, everybody, hydrate. Pray for, if you're a praying person, please pray for my voice. Hopefully it will last. Okay, so next question. Did you have a good day? Did you all have a good day as well? Feel free to let me know. But for me, well, I had a pretty good day, you know. Yes. Chill time at work and enjoying my time streaming. I think in the very simplistic way of things, that is what is considered, I consider at least, a good day. And if you are going to start your day, especially if you're in the Philippines, because it's only 8:41 a.m., I hope that you'll get a good day. Because it's Friday, last day of the week before Christmas, tomorrow. Christmas Eve is tomorrow. And in the Philippines, Christmas Eve is a very, very important occasion. I think even more than Christmas Day itself. Because at least in all the American media that I've noticed, Christmas Day is the big is the big event, because that's when kids get to open their presents, families get to stay together and do some stuff together. But in the Philippines, it's Christmas Eve. That's the big thing. All of these things happen, and all of the whatever. And then we get to eat a lot of food. That's the big part. That's the big part. Okay, so let's see. Next question. When does someone look really good to you? I think this is something that I would like to ask the chat as well. Question. When does someone look really good to you? So for me, when someone looks good to me is that if I can see that they are very passionate about something. Truth be told, appearances are also an important factor of trying to, whether I think someone looks good to me. Of course, how you conduct yourself, how you look, and a bunch of other things like that. But of course, I also want to see you when you're at your most passionate. What gets you going in the morning? What gets you out of bed? What makes you want to keep going? Because, if we were to rephrase it, you might just be motivated to get out of bed because you have to go to work to pay the bills, which is understandable. Not all of us have the luxury of the leisure of being able to enjoy things all the time. But if you were given the opportunity to enjoy what you want, then let me know what you do. How can I phrase this? Let me know what you enjoy, and I'd like to see what really drives you. If you had nothing else burdening you, like work or anything like that, what drives you? And I think when I get to hear these things from those people, that's what makes them the most beautiful. That's what makes them really look good to me. Bang Miss Universe! That's a Miss Universe level question, okay? All right, go ahead and put me in the Mr. Universe. I'm gonna win that for the Philippines. The swimsuit contest probably not, but the question and answer, I'm gonna nail it. Yes, Hypnos, and I thank you. Excuse me, sorry. And I thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Mic drop. There we go. In the American way, it's like mic drop. But in the Philippines, especially if you're a student, it was always bow. And you would always say the word bow. That's how you know the presentation is done. At least in schools. But when I finally got to work and they still forced us to do presentations, we would say, that's it. But as a kid, as a student, they would always say, bow. And I bow to you, Ren Connect. Glad to have you here, brother, and hope you are having a good day. Welcome, welcome. One of my moderators and one of my closest friends, Ren Connect, as well. Good to have you here. And also one of the a very big contender in the Philippine Splatoon community as well. Has competed in tournaments in Oceania, representing the Philippines as well. So he's pretty big. And also one of my fellow commentators once in a while when we have a meetup in Splatoon Philippines. So shameless plug, tangent, next year, January 15, if you are a player of Splatoon or you're interested, we do have a meetup, a physical meetup in Circuit Mall Makati. And we're gonna go play some Splatoon, probably have like a pickup tournament and stuff like that. We'll see. But if you are not able to make it to the venue or you're not really into face-to-face too, that's fine. Most likely the event will be broadcast into the playbook stream on Facebook, and if I am allowed to, I will be there to commentate as well. So you'll be able to see DJ Serjay not only as a streamer, not only as a quote-unquote radio show host, but also as a commentator. And you'll get to see the hype that I hope to bring, and hopefully with my friend Stoloing, if he gets to make it. But also definitely one day, if Ren can make it, you'll definitely see the magic that the two of us can wield together. And that's big for me. I really enjoyed that one. Let me go ahead and find that clip, if ever. Sorry, again, tangents are not such a bad thing in terms of just chatting streams. Let's see. Is it still here? But yeah, just to let everybody know, we're answering some questions from Tellonym, and we're slowly making our way to across the list, and hopefully we'll be able to get to the end very soon. Why is it taking so long to load? Anyway, the point was I was trying to show a clip of myself when I was doing some commentating with Ren. It was a super hype moment, and maybe one of these days we'll get back to it, but probably not by this time. Anyway, let's continue from where we left off. Okay. Here. Okay. Do you think you would ever cut your own hair? You know, actually, I have cut my own hair. Because, well, the pandemic forced me to not to have my own head shaved. I think for a lot of us, especially the guys, we had to learn how to shave our own heads because that's the easiest way to maintain your hair. So, I think, confess, all of you, if you had to buy your own shaving razor from Shopee or Lazada so that during the time of the pandemic you could just shave your head and be done with it. I don't know. I know it was a lot more difficult for the female members of my family because they didn't shave their heads. They just had to trim it. So we had to learn how to be barbers and beauty salon hairdressers at home. But for me, for a long time, I just shaved my head and that was it. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm gonna mute myself. Give me a second. Thank you for your patience, everybody. Thank you. Okay, so going back to the question, do you think you would ever cut your own hair? Yes, I already did. Multiple times. But the thing is, I found out that even if you just shave your head, if you're not careful, especially around the back of this part here, there's always going to be some hairs that are longer than the rest because your arms are not that flexible enough to get through the back. So that's the problem, I guess. Let's see. The best thing about your day. Oh, this is an interesting question. The best thing about your day is either streaming or going to the gym. I feel really sad though because for the past couple of weeks, I haven't been able... Oh, no. Actually, not even the last couple of weeks. This entire month of December, I wasn't able to go to the gym regularly because either I was very sick, or because of traffic, or because of, like, just certain events at work or at home that prevented me from, you know, going there, and I don't have much time because I have to worry about traffic, have to wake up very early to go to work because of terrible traffic jams. It's all because of the terrible transport system. And if you don't have a car, you're at the mercy of the ride-sharing system, systems like Grab or Joyride. So for the non-Filipino viewers, that's kind of like Uber or Lyft. So if everybody is busy during this time, and if there are no riders that are willing or capable of bringing you to where you want to go, good luck. You're gonna need it. You're gonna be waiting for hours on end. So, and especially since I'm sick now, even until now, I'm still sick. So if that's the case, I don't really have much time to be able to go to the gym. So hopefully in the next week or by January, when things begin to die down after the holidays are over, we'll be able to be more consistent again, and I'll be able to continue on my fitness journey. Because in the past 2 months that I actually did go to the gym, I did not lose weight. Let's be realistic, I did not lose weight. Probably because I still ate a lot of food. But when I had myself measured in December 9, I found that 1, my muscle mass has increased. 2, my lean muscle mass has also increased, so both the bulk and the muscle size. And 3, the body fat percentage has gone down. And 4, the visceral fat has gone down too. So when you're saying body fat, it's just like body fat in general. And then visceral fat is the fat that lines your abdominal organs, like your liver, your stomach, kidneys, that sort of thing. And that is different from the fat you might find in like your arms or your gut or your thighs or wherever. That's a little bit easier to see and feel. Visceral fat is hidden deep within, and if you have a lot of visceral fat in you, that's gonna lead to bigger dangers, especially to things like fatty liver, which I used to have. Even though I don't drink, so long as you're obese and you don't control the amount of visceral body fat in you, you will get fatty liver, and if it's unchecked, you will have problems with your liver that may end up in death. But so long as you are careful, and as long as you exercise and you watch your diet, you should be okay. And as my coach says, it's okay if you're not losing weight, Serjay, so long as the weight that you're gaining back is muscle and not fat. So that kind of reassures me. So hopefully, if and when I get better starting next week, then definitely we can try doing it again. Because it stinks not being able to go to the gym. It has become part of a lifestyle now. So if you haven't tried doing it yet, go give it a try if you can afford it. I was one of those people that was really shy because of my body type. That's why I'm kind of shy also, because I don't really look that good in my estimations, especially when it comes to my body. But I realized that finally going to the gym, people are way too busy concerned with their own workout to actually notice you. Which is a very good thing, because you don't have to feel embarrassed about yourself that much. The only time you have to be embarrassed is if you actually do your exercises badly, especially with your personal trainer. That's the time you have to feel embarrassed. But otherwise, just, focus on yourself. People are way too busy to focus on you, which is not such a bad thing. Okay, so we're done with that. Let's move on to... Sorry. Let me just put this here. Sorry, I just had to double check something. Okay. When did you have a... No. Does anyone have feelings for you right now? Actually, I have no idea. And that's the worst part. I'm already bad at giving love advice, and I find that I'm very dense. It will take a very long time for me to realize that someone is actually in love with me, because I don't really know the signs. So the best thing I could say is I have no idea. If anyone in the chat is willing to offer advice to tell me how to tell if someone is in love with you, then please let me know. Because I could use some right now. I could definitely use some. Alright, let's see. Oh boy. More love advice. Is it good to be careful when it comes to love, and why? Short answer, yes. Why? Long answer. Because, I don't know. It's just my personality, I guess. You know, I'm the type of person that's a little more careful when it comes to my relationships. I guess that's also the reason why I've never been in too many relationships, because it's like, I don't know, I'm not the type of person that's into like dating just for fun. It's like every time I dated, it's always like because with the intention of having a long-term relationship with that woman. But I don't know, it didn't really work out, and sometimes it's kind of hard for me to try to commit to one. But if and when I feel ready, or I find someone that I will, you know, go and date and be in a relationship with, that's probably because I finally decided to, you know, take the risk after much careful consideration. So yeah, because I am not a fan of, I have no idea what to say, because I prefer to be careful. What a reason. Yes, because I prefer to be careful. Okay. Let's see. Here's a good question. What is one way you want to change? I want to be less careful. Because, you know, it's nice to be careful. I was raised that way. I was raised in the way that you always have to think once, twice, 3 times before you can come to make a decision. And even with the simplest decisions, I have to think, like, it's always best to ask advice from other people. And Midge and Ren know very well that, before I make like a big decision in life, sometimes I will still ask for their help. I'm scared. I'm scared when it comes to making big decisions on my own. Mostly because it stems from the fact that I am a perfectionist. And especially at work, my boss keeps telling me, Serjay, at your level, you have to be more than willing to accept risks and make decisions on your own. Which is true, understandable. I have to know how to make those decisions. But it's just that, you know, it's precisely at our level that I hesitate a bit more, because, you know, there's a lot more at stake with the decisions that I make at work, that if I make a mistake, it's not, sometimes a simple sorry might not just be enough, and that has me terrified. So I think you could see where I'm coming from regarding that. But of course, always being careful deprives me of opportunities that, you know, not just from work, but also from life, because I'm not a thrill seeker. So I miss out on a bunch of things, on a bunch of fun opportunities, just because I want to be careful. So if there's something that I want to do and improve moving forward, I want to be able to take the risk more often. So I want to be less careful. I know that basically contradicted my answer earlier of being careful in a relationship, but I'm just answering as things come along, okay? We'll take another 90-second ad break, and we'll go ahead and try to breeze through the rest. So thank you once again, everybody, for your patience. I thought I'd turn off the webcam. Goodness gracious. Hello everybody, welcome back. Thank you very much for your patience. Hope you were able to stretch your legs, get some snacks, get yourselves hydrated, and we'll go ahead and breeze through the rest of these questions. And thank you again for your time. Alright, so let's see. Where was I? 3 wishes. 3 wishes. Okay, let's go through this quick. So for me, wish number 1 would be get stronger mentally, physically, all of it. Get stronger in every sense of the word. Be happier with myself. Because, you know, sometimes being happy, you know, when you say be happy, it's like be happy with what? With other people, with your success, something like that. I think before we think about being happy with other things, I need to be happy with myself. And because I think for some of you in my Twitter circle, you've already seen that post the other day about how my motivation in doing anything is driven by self-hate. You know, I hate being fat, I hate being weak, I hate being this and that. So sometimes for people that would drive them to despair. And I was driven to despair before, but I also use that hate to do things like go to the gym, to learn things, learn how to do Discord by myself so I can finally stop thinking about Discord being dead and hopefully try to grow an audience, how to improve myself in streaming, how to reach out and do this and that. It's not the healthiest way to do things. Self-hate and envy can inspire action, but it's not the healthiest way to do it. It is a way, but it is not the healthiest way. And if you would like to take anything from this, from me, as an example, I am an example of not how to do it. Please. For me, if there's anything that I would like to teach you from the stream, is that please don't use hate to motivate yourself, because that's gonna take a lot out of you. And I hope that the same is true for you, Canny. Thank you very much, bro, for dropping by here. Good to have you here as well. Always a pleasure to see you. And number 3, I have no idea what to say anymore, so let's just say a small loan of $1 billion pesos. There we go. Inflation. Okay, let's see. When was the last time you had a really good day, and what did you do? Also, this one was spent with Ren, because he visited here recently. So what we did, we ate some ramen with my best friend. Yeah, so we even had a stream when I was actually in Mendocoro. So that was like my quote-unquote unofficial face reveal on Twitch. I say unofficial because it was a guerrilla stream. So this is my official face reveal because it's on a regularly scheduled stream. And we agreed to do it. So yeah, if you want to go ahead and catch that, you can check that out on my VODs history. But you can also check that out on the YouTube channel as well, because and all of my other pre-Serjay Svek live 2D content as well. Let's see. What do you think? Let me just read that comment here. I think I saw something. Let's see. Canny says, thanks for the shout out, but I get it. Honestly, the spectrum of love and hate is such a powerful motivator, but indulging the extremes of both is so damaging, which is true. You know, just a few years ago, I actually learned of the term toxic positivity. And it is not that, it actually is, there is such a thing, you know, when you try to make things always happy, always, you know, positive, that you cannot allow for anything negative coming from other people or from yourself. So as soon as someone says something like, oh, I'm feeling sad, it's like, no, you're not allowed to feel sad, okay? We only allow happy vibes here. I used to think that wasn't such a bad idea, but I realized that no. You know, you really, as much as we don't like to be sad, you have to allow the sadness in your life to happen. Because the more you deny it, and the more you pretend that it is not there, it's just going to make things worse for everybody. When I went to therapy at the beginning of the pandemic, one of the most important things that I learned is that bad things will always happen, no matter how much you try to control everything. And going back to what I mentioned earlier, I am a perfectionist, so I try to control everything. But no matter how much I try to prepare for everything, bad stuff happens, whether it's my fault or not. And before, my attitude was that whether something bad happened, I would always consider it my fault, even if it was obviously not. Because I cannot control a storm, I cannot control earthquakes or whatever. So it's not my fault, but the only thing that I can control is how I react to it. And a healthier way to do it, instead of trying to like drown your sadness or the negativity with positivity, I learned that I hope it's not been noisy, this microphone, because I had to move the electric fan down. So apologies if it's been like that, but hopefully earlier, if I leave it down, is it okay? Just to confirm, do you hear the electric fan? Because I think that what I'm gonna say is pretty important. And I don't want the electric fan to drown it. And if ever you feel anything off with the audio, please let me know immediately. I would thank you for taking the time to correct me if anything is wrong. Okay, so if we don't hear anything, we can just continue, but if ever anything is wrong, please let me know ASAP. I would thank you for that. So anyway, what I was saying is that the thing that I learned as a better way to deal with your negativity in your life is that sometimes what you gotta do is you don't drown it out with positivity. You just acknowledge that this thing exists. This sadness, this anger, this rage, this envy. Let it, just acknowledge that yes, it's there. It exists, okay? I don't like it. I did not want for this to happen. I did not want to feel this way. Just acknowledge that it exists and let it go. Think of it just like a leaf blowing in the wind, or you're standing in a river. The water that you're standing in is not the same, or the river that you're standing in is not the same as the river that you stood in a while ago, because the water moves and the wind moves. So all the feelings that you were going through, they're not the same, or rather, they're not gonna stay there. It will go away eventually. So the best thing that you could do for yourself to heal, or to at least try not to feel so bad, is that don't try to drown out your negativity. Just acknowledge it. Say, yes, I understand that you're there. I know I'm feeling bad. I know I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling angry. Then let go. Just let it go. Which is kind of like also how I feel about unexpected calls, because when it comes to unexpected calls, I acknowledge that it's there, I look at it, but then I let go. Because frankly, I hate it when I get unexpected calls. All right? Can't people learn to text? Nobody uses landlines that often anymore anyway, so they might as well just text first. Like say, "Hey, can I call you?" Okay, I would appreciate it. Thank you. Just text or message. And then if you have a long explanation that needs to be done, then at least message me first and then we can talk. So I'll just summarize all of that by saying I hate them. I hate unexpected calls. So anyone who wants to call me or whatever, just text me first, please. You're doing Serjay a favor. Okay, where do you see yourself in the next 10 years? Well, let's just be vague, because this is the reason why I never get a Starbucks planner that's always coming up at the end of the year. Yeah, I will not take you out on a coffee date to Starbucks, and then it's just disguised as gathering stickers. Because I never get Starbucks planners, mostly because I don't have a plan. I don't have a plan with my life. I live day by day. And that kind of sounds weird for someone who is a self-proclaimed perfectionist, but I try to live day by day as well. I try to control what I can within the day, but I do not know what tomorrow brings as well. So, we'll see. But yeah, 10 years from now, well, just vaguely put, I just want to be happier, healthier, and I like doing things in threes. So, happier, healthier, and what's another word that starts with H? Heartier? I guess, for lack of a better term. Heroic. I suppose. Heroic in terms of, you know, being an inspiration to more people. It's very ambitious, but I hope that with streaming, and that's one reason why I wanted to stream in the first place, is because, you know, I wanted to share my knowledge, teach people what I learned, whatever nonsense that I feel like rambling about. And yeah, it's just something that I hope that people will enjoy in the long run. Even though it can be a bit tiring to listen to me after 2 hours. How is everybody doing, by the way? I know I warned you at the beginning of the stream that I will be rambling a lot. So I hope that you were all still okay. But you don't necessarily have to answer. I'm not demanding an answer. But if you're lurking and you're chilling, and if you're on the way to work, or you're already at work, or you're gonna wind down, I want to thank you all for taking the time to be here. So yeah, here's to you. Where else can you follow me? Well, if you are on the stream right now, you can actually nuts. Okay, wait first. Where's the command? Where'd my card go? Oh. Well, if you want to follow me, you can actually check out the card address that I have that will be entering in the chat. I don't know why it's not working right now. But yeah, if you feel like following me there, I'm also available on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and also on the Discord server. So again, feel free to go ahead and visit if you feel like it, and make sure to click on the roles so that we can also support you when you are streaming too. So there, that's that. And excuse me, sorry. Okay, so yeah, just search for Serjay Svek. The only time that my social media info looks different is on Twitch, because that's the only place that has an underscore after the word Serjay Svek. Everything else is just Serjay Svek, so it's a lot easier to search for me. Have you ever had to wear braces? Thankfully, no. Question for the chat. Has anyone ever worn braces? Is it really that bad? It's kind of scary, you know. As someone who's never worn braces, I've heard stories, you know, of having to go to the dentist every few months or few years, and then you'll have to adjust the braces, and then it hurts every time. It's scary. Not to mention the fact that you can't eat food, all the food that you like, especially if it's like stringy, like pork or meat, and it gets stuck on your braces. That's a worse feeling. So let me know in the chat if you would like to share, because at some point I did consider getting braces, but I'm scared. I don't wanna. No more. It's scary. What's your last dream? I don't remember. Because here's the thing. A lot of my dreams, thankfully, because of my CPAP machine, I don't dream. No, sorry, I don't remember my last dream. I no longer have nightmares, and my dreams make more sense. But the problem is, my memory of my dreams just goes away after like a couple of minutes. So if you're gonna ask me questions like what is my last dream, I have no idea anymore. Wow. Okay, and how do you get people to love you? Okay, so just like what we did earlier, please refer to this video. And no, it's not a Rickroll. Okay, second to last question. Do you trust easily? Yes, I do. And here's the thing. I have been burned more than a few times already because I have chosen to trust people. And I trust very easily. If you do me a favor, if you do something nice to me, I think it's more of a failing on my part, but it's like if you are so nice to me, it's like I just want to trust you. I think you're very trustworthy. And despite how many times it's happened that people have betrayed my trust, I cannot for the life of me not want to be trustful of people. I still want to believe that there are still people in this world that I should trust. And yes, it hurts when I am betrayed, and I definitely don't go back to those people who betray me. Of course, I am not that naive that I will continue trusting you if I know you've hurt me. But whenever I meet someone new, I always believe in my heart of hearts that you're a good person first. I choose to trust you when I meet you. But if you choose to betray my trust, then that really means that that's just a very painful lesson that, no, I can't. I know I could probably do a lot better in life by not immediately trusting people or being so trusting so easily, but I just can't help it, you know? I just want to believe in people. I don't believe in myself, but I want to trust in the goodness of other people. So, if you choose to break that, then you're gonna lose me. And I'm probably bragging, but I think that, you know, you're gonna lose someone pretty important or pretty big in your life if you choose to betray my trust. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to say bad things about you, but I'm not going to associate myself with you anymore. And before, I used to feel so bad about cutting people out of my life, or even in chat, in Twitch, if I banned people that used to, you know, make me feel bad. But I realized that, you know, as time goes on, you can't always keep pleasing people. If I choose to trust you, it's because I believe that you are someone worth trusting, and that you are doing something good. So if you are someone that I choose to cut off ties with, or if I like even in chat, if I ban you or kick you out, then that definitely means that you have done something wrong to me. And I don't take that lightly, because I think that I'm a very patient person, that I can tolerate a lot of things that are done against me. So if I hit that breaking point, I'm sorry. I cannot deal with you anymore. You will be gone. Okay, so that was very heavy. I cannot condense all of that into an essay, so I'll just say yes, I do. And last question that we're gonna have is Tellonym or CC, or Curious Cat. I actually tried Curious Cat, but I noticed that none of the Philippine VTubers actually use Curious Cat. It was either Marshmallow or Say Out. And I considered Say Out as well, but the problem is with Marshmallow and Say Out is that you have to like log in and create an account. Well, you do the same with Tellonym or Curious Cat, but it's just like if you want to answer questions, you have to. There's just like a whole bunch of things like ads that you have to click just to be able to answer the question. And I think for the viewer or for the person who is asking the question, that will be way too frustrating for them that they won't want to answer the question anymore. Or sorry, they won't want to ask the question or give you the feedback. So I think if you want to choose between the two, especially if you're a Philippine VTuber, I suggest go pick Tellonym. A lot of us are here. And you might be able to hear what I gotta say too. Look at that. We managed to make it. Congratulations to us. Thank you very much again for all of your patience. I hope that this was entertaining. And thank you all very much again for the very, very exciting chat that we had earlier. I know we spent a lot of time on that, but I am not complaining at all. I prefer to have that compared to cutting the stream short because I didn't have anything left to say. So kudos to you. You've all been amazing. And this webcam stream was only possible because all of you decided to work together to make it happen. And because of that, and because we finished 300 followers just the other day, it's now time to do what we usually do, and that is we're gonna be doing a gift sub giveaway. So I hope my PayPal has enough funding for this. And it's a good thing that I'm using the desktop because I have no idea why, but I think it's just because of convenience, but it's always more expensive to gift subs or bits or to obtain gift subs or bits when you're on mobile compared to desktop. So to save money, I suggest if you want to get bits to cheer people or if you want to gift subs, please make sure you do it on desktop instead. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and do that here. PayPal. Okay, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Let's see. Thank you for the gift sub.
Serjay Svek _ just gifted 10 subs.
Thank you for the gift sub. I did that. That was just hilarious. So let's see who are the gifted subs, peeps. Let's see. So we've got Leon. No, sorry. We've got 8-Bit Gentleman, Sexy Piggy, Leon, Graham, Stolowing, Lorelei, Lol Benedict, Hoshino Lapis, Magindara, and Raph the Dude. So congratulations all of you, great job. You now are tier 1 subs, and you now have ad-free viewing and access to all of my emotes, which will eventually be updated in the future. So now that we're done with that, we're gonna be winding down. And again, I did say that the next, I may have a stream planned out for tomorrow. So if you have not yet followed me on Twitch and you'd like to see more of my content, consider giving me a follow. And again, if you want to go ahead and hang out with me offline, we also have the Discord server that's now available, so go ahead and consider following as well. Become a fellow human. And let's see who we're going to be raiding now. Let's see. Who could it be that we could go ahead and support today? I think I have an idea. Let's go ahead and raid Shichi, because she's having a subathon. Lovely, lovely voice. Amazing singer. Support the fellow Filipino VTubers, and let's go ahead and support her on her Christmas subathon as well. So once again, thank you once again, everybody, for taking the time to make me part of your day. I hope that this stream was educational in its own way, and that I was able to bring a little more color to your day. Again, if you are winding down, and if you're going to be going to work, I hope that you will always stay safe and have a good rest later, and I'll talk to you again soon. So my name is Serjay Svek. You take care, always stay safe, and keep the world turning. Bye now.